McLaren just sealed the 2025 Constructors Championship in Singapore, the trophy shiny, the vibe not so much. Lap 1, Lando goes for if you fault me for going up the inside and putting my car on the inside of a big gap, then yeah, I think you shouldn't be in Formula 1 move. Yeah, well, if you end up hitting 2 cars in the process, I don't know how much gap there was. Max gets a chip, Oscar gets the bigger chip, almost ends up in the wall, stewards looked, the team looked, and then everyone collectively shrugged. Racing incident, they said. If your teammate's idea of avoid the other car includes vaulting you into the barrier, that's not bold, that's bully ball. But hey, title contenders gotta contend, right? Fans love the aggression, Oscar not so much, and that is because of the Papaya rules. Translation: McLaren's golden rule for this season: don't crash into your teammate, along with clauses for fair racing. A handshake deal from pit wall to cockpit. Problem: Lando just rewrote the footnote. Oscar asks the obvious post-collision question on radio. So are we cool with Lando barging me out of the way? The answer: the team's like, we'll review later, then do nothing. So Papaya rules are more like Oscar's guidelines to being a McLaren driver. Oscar's not happy, he calls it not fair. Now, people who call Oscar a crybaby genuinely did not watch the season. Oscar got scolded 2 times when he didn't even touch Lando the slightest. Warnings after warnings, yet it seems the same Papaya rules don't apply to Lando. Then the baffling radio moment when it was time for pit stops. Lando, would you allow Oscar to pit the lap before you? Allow? Since when is pitting a permission slip? Just ask what Lando wants to do and move on. Lando, yep, nah. And just like that, Lando gets to pit first and stays in front. Not even a double stack. A whole lap later, Oscar finally comes in and his stop is a car crash on a timer. A 5.2 second stop that might as well have had a pause minute. You don't accidentally do that at this level. Timing's everything, and today McLaren's timing helped Lando more than Oscar. Precedent alert. Remember Monza when a slow stop cost someone a position and the team sorted it, even though it was a pre-agreed scenario to be considered part of racing? Same playbook, different villain. It was considered part of racing this time because fair racing should have seen Lando slowing down to make up the time lost for Oscar. Race ends, Lando P3, Oscar P4. Constructors celebration rolls, but notice who's missing: Oscar. The WDC leader isn't on the podium with the team and was in the media pen. They could have waited, but yeah, they didn't. The crowd didn't care anyway. The fans saw the oddness, some of us smelled the favoritism. So where does this leave Piastri? He's the WDC leader, playing by the team rules that apparently only apply to him. He's either got to swallow the Papaya rules whole or go rogue and lead races so hard even the pit wall can't deny him. Either way, this just turned into a 6-race thriller to Abu Dhabi, as the so-called Constructors Championship has been sealed even though they were gonna win it with the mile of a point lead they had. Is McLaren protecting Lando? Do they not want Oscar to win the WDC for them? Are the Papaya rules biased? My take: McLaren built a brilliant car and a very brittle detent. Simply beautiful. Lando's line for the constructors win. For Oscar, Singapore was hit, pit, and experience. The polite Aussie cat finally learning the claws don't come standard with the Papaya kit. He can be aggressive, he can send it, but he's been playing by the so-called team guidelines, which funny enough seem to only apply to him. You gotta feel for the guy. We can all say chuck those Papaya rules, Oscar, but after today's pit fiasco, he knows he's not safe. Every stop's political, every lap's a gamble. He's a WDC leader caught in a pickle, all for the love of fair racing that clearly isn't. That's your Singapore GP in a Papaya nutshell. Now you drop into the comments, do we burn the Papaya rules or keep them? Pre-agreed rules or pre-approved for Lando? Only one team, one rule book. Guess who gets the updated version? Mr. Not Oscar. Comment away.
Oscar, back-to-back champions. Good race, tough race. Thank you for...
And hey, fuel the channel while you're at it, hit that like, slam that subscribe, and keep riding shotgun for more marginal gains and major rants. Margaret Rachel signing off before the stewards review me. Bye.